All right, get ready, because we're about to take a deep dive into growth mindset journaling.
Ooh, I love it.
You know, that whole idea that you're not limited by your current abilities,
Yeah.
but can actually develop and grow through effort and, all that good stuff.
Right, exactly.
And for this deep dive, we've got 50 incredible journal prompts.
Wow, 50.
50 from this awesome blog post by Clara Penrose on LeStallion.
Oh, I've heard of that site.
Yeah, they're all about journaling and self-improvement.
Nice.
And Clara believes that these prompts can really help us shift our perspective,
Yeah.
build up resilience,
Yeah.
and, just open ourselves up to new possibilities.
I love that.
But, okay, 50 prompts, that's a lot, right?
Yeah, a little intimidating.
So we're going to help you sift through them
Okay.
and find the real gems, the prompts that'll really resonate with you.
Sounds good.
So let's jump right in.
Yeah, right.
One category that really stood out to me was reflecting on challenges.
Okay. Interesting.
And it might sound counterintuitive, right?
Yeah. How do you reflect on challenges?
But these prompts actually encourage us to reframe those challenges
Okay.
and see them as opportunities for growth.
I like that.
So, for example, one prompt asks, write about a time when something didn't go as planned.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn about resilience and adaptability?
Oh, that's deep.
Right? We've all been there.
Oh, for sure.
So instead of dwelling on that disappointment,
Yeah.
the prompt encourages us to actually examine what we gained,
Okay.
what we learned from that experience.
I see.
Like, did we discover a hidden strength?
Yeah.
Or maybe develop a new problem-solving skill?
You got it.
It's about finding those little nuggets of wisdom that fuel a growth mindset.
That makes sense.
So it's like turning those so-called failures into data points.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, here's another one that I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
Reflect on how you manage fear of failure.
Mm-hmm.
What steps can you take to embrace risks as learning opportunities?
I think that's a big one for a lot of people.
Absolutely, especially in a world that
Yeah.
often celebrates success and shies away from setbacks, you know?
Right.
It's so easy to get caught up in that.
Totally.
But if we can start viewing those risks as chances to learn
Okay.
and to expand our comfort zones, it opens up so many possibilities.
Definitely.
And, I think this shift in perspective is really at the heart of a growth mindset.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's not about being fearless, but about recognizing that, discomfort and setbacks, they're actually part of the learning process.
You learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
I like that.
Okay, ready to move on to another category.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so this one is something I think we all need a reminder about,
Okay.
especially when we're caught up in that hustle of chasing those big goals,
Yeah.
celebrating progress.
I like that.
It's so easy to get fixated on the finish line,
Right.
that we forget to acknowledge all those milestones along the way.
It's true. It's true.
And these prompts can really help us pause
Yeah.
and appreciate how far we've come.
I like that.
So check this one out.
Okay.
Reflect on a moment when you surprised yourself.
Okay.
What does it show about your potential for growth?
Interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about uncovering those hidden talents or abilities that we might not even realize we have.
I see.
And it reminds us that growth isn't always linear
Yeah.
or predictable.
Right.
Sometimes we discover strengths we never knew we possessed, and those moments,
Yeah.
they can be so empowering.
For sure.
I love that.
Me too.
Okay, here's another one that really resonated with me.
Okay, what is it?
Write about how small, consistent actions have led to a bigger achievement in your life,
Oh, that's a good one.
right?
Yeah.
It's all about those tiny daily habits that accumulate over time.
Right, right.
Think about building a habit like a consistent exercise.
Yeah.
It might not seem like much in the moment, but over time,
Time.
it can totally transform your health and well-being.
It's true.
And this prompt encourages us to recognize those small wins that contribute to the bigger picture.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, ready for a category that might require some deeper introspection?
Ooh, bring it on.
Okay, here it is. Overcoming limiting beliefs.
Oh, okay.
This is where we face those pesky negative thoughts
Right.
that hold us back.
I know those.
We all do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, these limiting beliefs,
Yeah.
they're often rooted in past experiences, or even societal conditioning.
Right, exactly.
And they can be so powerful.
You really can.
But the cool thing is, these prompts give us a way to examine those beliefs
Okay.
and challenge their validity.
I see.
So here's one that really stood out to me.
All right.
Write about a belief you once held that limited you.
Okay.
How did you work to overcome it?
I like that one.
Right. It's like a powerful exercise in self-awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
And it helps us understand how our past can shape our present.
It's true. It's true.
By reflecting on how we've overcome limiting beliefs in the past, we equip ourselves with the tools and strategies to tackle the ones that are holding us back today.
Right, like building a mental toolkit.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Okay, ready for another one?
Yeah, hit me.
All right, this one feels super relevant
Yeah.
in today's hyper-connected world.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Reflect on how comparing yourself to others impacts your growth. How can you focus on your own journey?
Oh, comparison is the thief of joy.
It really is.
It is.
And it often distracts us from our own unique path.
You got it.
So this prompt encourages us to redirect that focus inward.
Okay.
Embrace our own individual strengths and goals.
Oh, I like that.
Because ultimately,
Yeah.
growth is a personal journey, not a competition.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit
All right.
and move on to a category that's all about taking action,
I'm ready.
setting goals. This is where we start putting that growth mindset into practice.
I see.
Turning those aspirations into concrete steps.
Love it.
So one prompt asks, reflect on a dream you've had for a long time. What steps can you take to start pursuing it now?
That's powerful.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like a call to action,
Totally.
urging us to dust off those forgotten dreams and take that first step,
You got it.
no matter how small.
Love that.
It's about recognizing that even the most ambitious dreams
Yeah.
can be realized by breaking them down into manageable steps.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that first step
Mm-hmm.
is the most important one
It is.
because it sets everything in motion.
It's true.
Okay, here's one that really resonates with me.
Okay, tell me.
Write about a short-term goal you want to achieve this week.
Okay.
How will it move you closer to success?
I like that.
It's all about setting those smaller, more immediate goals
Yeah.
to build momentum and stay motivated.
Right.
Sometimes those smaller goals
Mm-hmm.
are the stepping stones to those bigger, more audacious dreams.
It's true.
And by achieving them, we build confidence
Yeah.
and prove to ourselves that we can make progress.
Absolutely.
Okay, that was a lot.
It was a lot, but it was good stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But we've only just scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we'll be right back after a quick break to dive even deeper.
All right, sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into growth mindset journal prompts.
It's amazing how these prompts can really get you thinking.
Right. And we've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to uncover.
Absolutely. So much wisdom packed into these prompts.
I'm ready for more. Where should we head next?
Let's revisit reflecting on challenges.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
There's one here that I think is especially helpful for relationships.
Okay, relationships, always a good area to explore.
Right. It asks, reflect on a difficult conversation you've had. How did it help you understand yourself or others better?
Difficult conversations can be so uncomfortable, but they can also be really valuable.
Exactly. This prompt encourages us to see those tough talks as chances to grow.
Instead of just avoiding them.
Right. It's like turning those potentially negative experiences into something positive.
Yeah, I like that. It's about building stronger connections.
Precisely. Okay, let's switch gears a bit.
All right, I'm following you.
Let's look at celebrating progress again.
More celebrating. I'm in.
Right. This one's great. Reflect on a habit you've built over time. How does it make your life better today?
Oh, that's a good one. I know for me, it's easy to get caught up in building the habit, but I forget to think about the impact it has.
Yeah, it's like we're so focused on the destination that we forget to enjoy the journey.
Exactly. So this prompt helps us take a moment to appreciate how far we've come.
To savor those small victories. It's a good reminder.
It is. Okay, let's dive back into overcoming limiting beliefs.
Ooh, always a good challenge.
Right. This one is powerful. Reflect on a fear that has held you back. How can you reframe it as an opportunity?
Now that is a good question. Fear can be such a huge obstacle.
I know, right? It can really hold us back.
It's like a wall we build around ourselves.
So this prompt is about seeing fear differently.
Yeah, it's about reframing those fears as challenges.
And opportunities for growth.
Exactly. It's like that saying, everything you fear is on the other side of fear.
I love that. Okay, here's another one from this category. Reflect on how perfectionism affects your mindset. How can you focus on progress instead of perfection?
Perfectionism is a sneaky one. It can be so hard to let go of that need to be perfect.
It really can. It's that voice that says it's not good enough yet.
Right. But this prompt reminds us to focus on the progress we're making.
It's about embracing the journey.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on to setting goals.
All right, let's talk action steps.
These prompts are all about turning those dreams into reality.
Love it. Bridging that gap between where we are and where we want to be.
One prompt asks, write about one goal you're currently working on. How does it align with your values and aspirations?
That's so important. It's easy to set goals based on what others expect of us.
Or what we think we should be doing.
Exactly. But this prompt encourages us to check in with ourselves.
To make sure our goals are truly our own.
Love it. Okay, here's one that's all about breaking things down. Reflect on a long-term goal. How can you break it into smaller, actionable steps?
That's so helpful. Big goals can be overwhelming.
They really can. It's like staring up at a mountain.
But if we break it down into smaller steps, it becomes more manageable.
And we can start to see a path forward.
Like a roadmap to success. Okay, ready for our last category?
Absolutely. Lead the way.
Let's dive into embracing continuous learning.
One of my favorite topics.
Mine too. It's all about nurturing that curiosity, expanding our horizon.
Lifelong learning.
Exactly. There's a prompt here that captures that essence perfectly. Reflect on the value of asking questions. How does seeking knowledge help you grow?
Asking questions is so important. It helps us see things from different perspectives.
And challenges our assumptions.
It's like opening up to a whole new world of possibilities.
I love that. Here's another one. Reflect on how learning from others' experiences can enrich your own. What stories have inspired your journey?
Sharing stories is so powerful. It's like we can learn from each other's mistakes and successes.
Yeah, it's like having a whole network of mentors and guides.
Absolutely. And those stories can spark our own creativity.
And inspire us to try new things.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have, but there are still a few more prompts to uncover.
I'm ready for more.
We'll be back after a quick break to wrap things up.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into these growth mindset journal prompts.
It's been a really insightful journey so far.
I know, right? So many great prompts to unpack.
Absolutely, and we still have a few more gems to discover.
Ooh, I'm ready for more. Where should we head next?
Well, let's circle back to reflecting on challenges.
Okay, I'm all ears.
There's one here that really speaks to our modern world. Reflect on the role patience plays in growth. How do you remind yourself to trust the process?
Oh, that's such a good one. In our instant gratification culture.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so easy to get impatient, you know?
Right. We want results now.
But real growth takes time.
It does, and dedication and a whole lot of patience.
So this prompt is like a gentle reminder to embrace that journey, to trust that the seeds we plant today will blossom in due time.
Absolutely, even if we can't see the fruits of our labor right away.
It's like Rome wasn't built in a day, right?
Exactly.
Big things take time.
And the process itself is just as valuable as the outcome.
I love that. Okay, here's another one that caught my eye.
All right, let's hear it.
Write about a skill or habit you've been working on. How has the process of improving it changed your mindset?
I like that one. It's about recognizing those subtle shifts that happen as we grow.
Yeah, like maybe we started with a fixed mindset, believing our abilities were limited.
Right.
But through effort and dedication, we start to embrace that growth mindset.
And those shifts can be so powerful.
They really can. All right, let's head back to overcoming limiting beliefs.
Okay, always a good place to revisit.
This prompt really hit home for me. Reflect on a fear of failure you've experienced. How can you redefine failure as learning?
That's a great reframing technique.
Right. Fear of failure can be so paralyzing.
It can.
But what if we saw those failures as valuable feedback?
Exactly. It's all about perspective.
It's like those scientists who do tons of experiments knowing most won't work.
Yeah.
But each one gives them data for the next experiment.
It's about learning from those experiences, whether they're successful or not.
Exactly. Okay, here's one that encourages us to get out of our comfort zones.
Ooh, I love those.
Write about a time you stepped out of your comfort zone. How did it help you build confidence?
That's a good one. Stepping outside our comfort zones is where the magic happens.
Right. It can be scary, but it's also where we grow the most.
It's like stretching a muscle.
The more we challenge ourselves,
Yeah.
the stronger and more resilient we become.
And the more confident we become in facing the unknown.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to setting goals.
All right, let's talk about turning those dreams into reality.
Here's one that stood out to me. Reflect on how your goals align with your personal growth. How do they help you become your best self?
It's not just about setting any goal, right?
Nope.
It's about setting goals that are aligned with who we want to be.
With our values and aspirations.
Exactly. It's about making sure our goals have a deeper purpose.
I love that. Okay, here's a prompt that reminds us to take care of ourselves.
Self-care is so important.
Write about how you balance ambition with self-care. How does rest support your ability to grow?
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to rest.
It's true, but we can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Exactly. We need to replenish our energy to keep growing.
Okay, let's finish up with embracing continuous learning.
All right, I'm ready to learn something new.
Here's a prompt that invites us to think about the power of learning. Reflect on a book, course, or experience that inspired growth. What did it teach you about yourself?
Those aha moments can be so transformative.
They really can. It's what keeps us curious and eager to learn more.
Absolutely. And lastly, we have a prompt that reflects on the power of journaling itself.
Oh, this whole deep dive has been a testament to that.
Right. Reflect on how journaling itself fosters learning. How does it help you understand your journey more deeply?
It's like having a conversation with ourselves.
A safe space to process our thoughts and experiences.
And to track our growth over time.
Well, we've reached the end of our exploration of these 50 growth mindset journal prompts.
I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive as much as I have.
And remember, even the smallest actions taken consistently can lead to big changes.
So grab your journal, choose a prompt that speaks to you, and start writing.
Until next time, happy journaling.